Mourne, though picturesque, was not without its bleak spots. On the far side of town, away from bustling streets and jovial chatter of its residents, lay dilapidated Craven House. Overgrown with ivy and windows dark and shuttered, it was a stark contrast to the warmth of the town. Rumors and tales had spun around the Craven House for decades, speaking of a curse that turned man into crow. It was autumn once again, the season when Mourne's mysteries seemed most potent. Lydia, a schoolteacher with a penchant for history and folklore, had always been intrigued by the Craven legends. Her grandfather, after all, had once lived in the house before leaving it mysteriously one night, never to return. The tales he told her as a child, of shadows and eerie caws in the night, always left her with a mix of fear and fascination. One evening, after a particularly engaging history class on local legends, Lydia's curiosity was piqued again. She decided to explore the Craven house to confront the tales of her childhood. As she approached the old mansion, the rusted gates creaked eerily, as if protesting her entry. Undeterred, Lydia walked through the overgrown garden and stepped into the mansion. The house, though desolate, bore traces of its former grandeur. Grand chandeliers, now covered in cobwebs, hung from the ceiling, and portraits of the Craven family adorned the walls, their eyes seeming to follow Lydia as she moved. In the heart of the mansion was the grand hall, and at its center stood a statue of a crow, its beady eyes made of gleamy onyx. Lydia was drawn to it, an unexplainable pull that led her to touch the statue. As her fingers brushed the cold stone, a flurry of memories flooded her mind. Scenes of lavish parties turned to panicked gatherings of a family ancestor dabbling in forbidden magics, and a curse that turned the Cravens into crows, destined to remain trapped between human and bird until curse was lifted. Reeling from the visions, Lydia stumbled upon an old diary hidden beneath the floorboards. It belonged to her grandfather and chronicled his life in the house. He wrote of nights filled with haunting calls, of family members mysteriously disappearing, and of his determination to break the curse. But the last entry was abrupt, speaking of a ritual under the blood moon and a final plea for forgiveness. Realizing that the upcoming night was a blood moon, Lydia decided to complete her grandfather's unfinished task. Using the diary as a guide, she gathered the required items: a silver locket that belonged to the first Craven, feathers from a crow, and salt water from the Mourne Sea. Midnight approached, and the blood moon cast a crimson hue over Mourne. Lydia, standing in the grand hall, began the ritual. Chanting the ancient verses, she felt the air grow cold. The crow statue came to life, its stone exterior cracking to reveal hundreds of crows trapped within. As the final verse left Lydia's lips, the crows circled her, with her cacophonous caws creating a symphony of chaos. But as the moon reached its zenith, the crows began transforming, one by one, back into the human form. The Cravens, lost to time and curse, stood disoriented and awed. With the curse broken, Lydia found herself embraced by family members she had only seen in portraits. The house, responding to the lifted curse, seemed to rejuvenate, its walls brighter and the air fresher. Gratitude filled the Craven house, and the story of Lydia's bravery spread throughout Mourne. The house was restored, becoming a beacon of history and a testament to the power of determination and family. The curse of the Craven Crow became a tale of hope, and Lydia, once just a school teacher, was now a town legend, a hero who faced the shadows of the past to bring the light to the future.